So today we will start the case. Okay, this is not visible. Okay, so today we will start the third case. Okay, so you can give the heading as case 3. Okay, and please no talking. Okay, and in the third case we'll be having a fixed beam and it is subjected to a uniform distributed load. Okay, and this one is W per unit length. The supports are A and B, and the length of the beam is L. Okay, so you can give the heading as fixed beam with fixed beam with distributed load. Okay, so we have the fixed beam with distributed load. Okay, so how to do that? Okay, or how to solve this one problem? Okay, so just like this, here what we can do, we can find or we can draw the free bending moment diagram. Please put your mobile inside. We can draw the free bending moment diagram. So in order to draw the free bending moment diagram, what I have to do, I have to consider that this one, it is composing of a simply supported beam. Okay, having a UDL plus another beam with the fixed end moments MA and MB. This is A, this is B. Okay. Now, so this is case 1. This is case 2 or case 1 or I can instead of case 1 I can write stage 1, stage 1, stage 2 because we are giving this as case or special case. Okay, so this is stage 1, stage 2. Okay, and this one is again W per unit length. Okay, and this is A, this is B. The length is by default, it is L. Okay, so if we draw the free bending moment diagram, okay, what will be the free bending moment diagram? It will be what? It will be a parabola, right? So it will be a parabola, and what will be the magnitude? So WL square by WL square by the magnitude of this parabola will be WL square by 8. Okay, and this entire parabola here, this one we can call it as, we are calling it as M, or here I can write free bending moment diagram. Okay, so this is, let's say, figure 1, this is figure 2, this is figure 3, this is figure 4, and What about the fixed end moments? Okay, now this beam, this beam is having a UDL, okay, and it is loaded throughout, okay. So here the fixed end moments MA and MB, are they going to be equal? Are they going to be equal? Why? Because the same load, it has, the beam is yeah, load is symmetric, okay. So this will be, so MA, that is the fixed end moments MA and MB, they are going to be equal. So here I can write fixed BMD. Okay, now, so if we combine these two bending moment diagrams, what will be our net bending moment diagram? So if I combine this is this value, and here I will have, so this is MA, this is MB, and this value I need to determine, okay, and the total height is W L square by 8. Okay, now what are these 2 points? What is this point and what is this point? What are these 2 points? What are those 2 points called? So these 2 points are called what? In the previous class I told point of, so these 2 will be the point of contraflexure for the whole beam. Okay. So now, do we know what is this value? Do we know that? No. Even we don't know this value, we need to find out. So we need to find out the point of contraflexure. What is the what is this magnitude? Followed by what is the deflection in the beam? All those things we need to find it out. Okay. So this is, let's say, figure 6. Right. So how we will proceed with this one? Okay. So if we see this figure, if we see this one, so here, or else let me highlight it here. Okay. So here there will be reaction RA, and here I will have reaction RB. Am I correct? Yes or no? Okay. So how to find the reaction first? How? So if I take movement across any point, okay. So I'm writing it here. Okay. So taking, sorry. Taking moment about B. So here I am mentioning it as figure 2. Okay, if I take moment about B, then can I write RA into L? RA into L, RA into L equals to W L square by 2. Can I write like that? What is the value of moment due to the dead load? It is W L square by 2. Okay. So RA into L or minus W L square by 2 equals to 0, or I can directly write RA into L equals to WL square. So from this, I will get, this implies RA will be how much? WL by 2. So if RA is WL by 2, therefore, how much will be RB? WL by 2. Okay. So now RA equals to WL by WL by 2, RB equals to WL by 2. Okay. And we have already learned from our previous class that the area of the fixed bending moment diagram and the area of the free bending moment diagram are equal. Okay. So I can write it as, so since area of free bending moment diagram and fixed bending moment diagram are equal, then, okay. Now, tell me, what is the area of this one? Area of fixed bending moment diagram? We have MA into L. Okay, this is in the form of a rectangle. So the area of a rectangle is length into breadth. So this is MA, this is breadth. The length is L. Okay, this one. Okay, so MA into L equals to, what is the area of a parabola? Huh? What is the area of a parabola? You might have learned in your +2. What is the area of parabola? It is, something is there, 2 by 3, 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3, what? What is that value? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Then, what is the value? So it is 2 by 3 into L into this magnitude WL square by 8. Okay. So MA into L equals to 2 by 3 into L into WL square by 8. Okay. So from this, can we find out MA? Can we find out MA? MA equals to how much? So this L gets cancels out. Okay. And the value is WL squared by 12. Okay. So, and since MA equals to, or MB equals to MA, this equals to WL square by 12. Okay. So we have found out MA is WL square by 12, MB is WL square by 12. So here I can write, it is WL square by 12. This one is WL square by 12. Okay. Now we need to determine the point of contraflexure. Okay. So you can give the heading. Point of contraflexure. Now, let us, okay, so here you see, what is this value? The moment ma equals to wl square by 12, okay. What is the value of the reaction? It is wl by 2, okay. Now, similarly, here it is wl square by 12. Here the reaction is wl by 2, and here I have the load as W for unit length. Okay. This is the same beam. Okay, the same one, but here I have only shown the loads and the reactions. Okay. Now let us take a section here. Okay. For example, is the yellow color visible to you? Is it visible? Let us say I am taking a section here. Is it visible to you? Yes? No? Now let us say I take a section here. Now I think it is visible, right? Okay. So let us take a section here, and this section is at a distance of x from the support A. Okay. So this section is at a distance of x from the left support. Okay. Now I need to determine the moment at this section. Okay, what is the value? Okay, so I write it like this. Okay, taking a section, let us say this is x. Okay, taking a section capital X at a distance of small x from A. It is at a distance of small x from A. What will be the value of moment? So m moment at that point will be mx minus mx bar. Okay, what is this mx? Mx is the free bending moment, and mx bar is the fixed bending moment. Or can I write it like this? Can I calculate the moment at this section directly? Can I calculate the moment at this section? So let us say that the clockwise movement, it is positive, anti-clockwise movement is negative. Okay, so since I am taking a section here, so movement due to this one, okay, movement due to this reaction force. Okay, so this reaction force, it will, if I take center here, it will create a moment, clockwise or anti-clockwise? Clockwise. Okay, so can I write it like this? So it is WL by 2 into X. Okay, now what about this one? What about this this load, or sorry, this free bending moment, fixed bending moment, MA? We create anti-clockwise. So can I, for that, can I write it as minus WL by 2, sorry, not minus WL by 2, minus WL square by 12. Okay. Now, what about this load? Again, it is creating. What about this uniformly distributed load? It is creating clockwise or anti-clockwise? If I take the point here, it is, do you understand how it is creating anti-clockwise? See. Okay, due to this load, it will be going like this. Okay, so it is creating a anti-clockwise movement. Okay, so it is W. What will be the value? W x into x by 2. Is it W x into x by 2? Huh? Is it W x into x by 2? Or it will be W into L by 2 into x? Which one? Okay, Wx square by 2. Okay, so this is the moment. And if we equate this moment equals to 0, then what we will get? If we equate this moment equals to 0, what we will get? We will get the value of x. Okay. So, and we will get the value of x, but what will be the value of x? That will be 3. If I equate this one to 0, it means whatever value of x we will get from that equation, that will be what will be that x? I am saying that I am taking a section at a distance of x. I am finding out that moment. Okay, that moment I am equating it to 0. Okay, I will equate it to 0. If I will equate it to 0, I will get some value of x. Okay, is it? I'll get some value of x. Now, what will be that value of x, or that x will give what idea to me? It will be, that will be less than. You are not getting my point. Okay, what is the definition of point of contraflexure? It is the point at which movement changes its sign or the movement is 0. Okay, so if I equate this moment, that is the moment at any section, if I equate it to 0, then I am saying that the x value from that equation will give me the point of contraflexure. Okay, so in order, so you can write one more line. In order to find the point of contraflexure, equate m equals to 0. Equate m equals to 0. Okay, so I cannot go beyond this. I need to go to the next page. Have you written? Scroll down. Okay, this one. Okay. So I can write it like this. So it is W. What I wrote in the first one. Please dictate me this one. WLX by 2 minus WL square by 12 minus WX square by 2 equals to 0. Okay. So this W, it goes to the that side, it gets cancelled out. Okay. Now find the value of x. Solve for value of x. All of you please solve for the value of x. What is the value of x? Okay. Come again, x equals to L by 2. Are you saying x equals to L by 2 something? X equals to plus 6L plus or minus? Are you saying 6L? Who is saying, please raise your hand? Yes. Still I couldn't figure it out. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So can I write, see, can I write this one, this above expression? Can I write it as, so let us make it as wx square by 2, then minus wlx by 2, then plus wl square by 12. Is it correct? I just made this one as plus, this one as plus, this one also as plus, and wlx by 2 I will just put minus sign. Okay. So from this, can I write it as, so if I take 12 as common, so 6 into w will go that side and it will be 0. So 6x square minus 6lx plus L square. Is it? Yes or no? Okay. Now this is in the form of a quadratic equation. So from this I will get x equals to 6L plus minus root over 36 L square minus 24 L square divided by 12. This implies x equals to 6L plus minus 2 into root over 3 L divided by 12. So this implies x equals to, if I further simplify, it will be I don't know what is happening. Okay. So x equals to L by 2 plus minus 2 into root over 3 L by, sorry, by 2 plus minus L by 2, 3. Okay. So therefore, can I say that, see, this is L by 2, that is half, plus minus L by 2 root 3. Okay. So if we go back, please don't talk. If we go back to this figure, if I go back to this figure, okay, so L by 2 means it comes here, okay, L by 2 plus this one, okay, plus some value is there, okay, so that will be this one, and L by 2 minus some value is there in that equation which we got, that will be this point. Is it? Did you get? Okay, so since we are calculating x from here, so here I can say this is the point of contrast flexure. So it is at a distance of some value, and it is at a distance of another some value. Okay, so both these points we are getting. Okay, so that I can write it as, that is, you can write, therefore the point of contrast flexure lies at a distance of what? L by 2 root 3 from the end A, or from both the ends. From both the ends. Okay. So the previous one. So I mean to say that this is that value, and so it is at a distance of this from A, and it is at a distance of this from the end B. Okay, L by 2 root 3. Okay, that's it. So that is the, so we determine the point of contrast flexure as well. Now, what is the next one? What we have to determine next? Slope and deflection. Okay. So again, we will use the same equation. Okay, you can give the heading as slope and deflection. You can give the heading as slope and deflection. Okay, the slope and deflection, we will do it in next class, but please write. Okay, so we already know that m equals to mx minus mx bar, or that it is already, see, we will use the same equation here, this one, the same equation, it will be same. Okay, so that will be, please dictate that value, it is sorry, it's already here, WLX by 2 minus WX square by 2, then minus WL square by 12. Okay. Now, this will be equal to PI into D square Y by DX square. Okay. D square Y by DX square. Okay. Now, in the next class, that is on, next class is on Monday. Okay. So Monday, I will ask you what is the value of Y. What is the value of deflection? Okay. You have to complete this derivation, and I'll ask each and everyone what is the value of deflection, what is the value of slope. Okay, all those values I'll ask. You have to find the value of deflection and everything. Okay, that's it.